And I'll tell you, underneath of what was happening, what I realized, and you said it, you can only look back and be able to identify and be able to explain things. But what was really happening underneath, what was taking shape inside of me as I'm growing in my faith, is my identity, is my values, is my beliefs. And there was this tension that was going on. I was still living this old life of being performance driven, but then something was happening inside. And it was this tension going on. And what I really learned and realized is that there's two sides to every organization. There's two sides to every person. There's our internal and there's our external, what we do. Internal is who we are, and the external is what we do. There's two sides. I'm going to show you this framework. And it's something I use significantly. There's no rocket science to this, I'll tell you that. All these terms, you know them. You've heard of them. You could probably speak to every single one of them. But here's the important thing about it. It's how they're organized. It's how they're arranged. It's how they interlink together. So I'm going to start with the right side, the internal. And the internal is your foundation. The internal is really your culture. All of these elements make up the DNA of your culture. Your identity. Who do you believe you are as an organization? Your values. What do you uphold the most? What's most important to you? Beliefs. What is rooted in truth? What do you wholeheartedly believe that's rooted in truth? And then your behaviors. The behaviors for organizations really are the systems you have developed. And those systems really reinforce what's most important, your beliefs and your values. They reflect. People should be able to see, when they see how you operate and what you are doing, you should never have to really say anything about what you value. It should be evident. And the external, this is what produces. This is what you do. This is what shows through your purpose. Why do you exist? Your mission, what you're all about. Your goals. These are objective, hardcore goals. And then your strategies, how we're going to get there. How you get there. So this framework here, keep in mind that this is something that actually applies not just for an organization, but personally as well. I want you to think about that. It applies to both. The most important thing is, here's what happens. Most people, most organizations, they're always focused on the external. When something happens, pressure, uncertainty, whatever it is, whatever happens, most focus on that external. Okay, what are we going to do? How are we going to change our strategies? How are we going to adjust our goals? They're always going to that. But here's the important thing. The internal must drive the external and not the other way around. Because if the external drives and proceeds, then the external is going to define what the internal is. It's going to redefine who you are.